Al Roker and Craig Melvin were on the Today Show this week, discussing the recent NCAA basketball tournament. They spoke about the current teams with co-star Dylan Dreyer, and Al mentioned that Craig was at the games with his family. This was no surprise, as Craig has always been a huge basketball fan, and March Madness has always meant a lot to him. However, when Craig relayed a story about him being there with his family, Al took the time to poke fun at his friend and co-host. Here is what Al said to Craig about the tournament and why it was funny to the beloved weatherman. Al Roker mocks Craig Melvin on the Today Show. Al Roker and Craig Melvin were talking to Dylan Dreyer on the Today Show about the NCAA March Madness tournament. Al said that he heard the Melvins were there when talking about this year's tournament. Craig admitted he was there, and it was a big time for him and his family. Lindsay and Delano had a late night last night as well. They stayed for both games. Craig said his alma mater, Wofford College, made it into the tournament this year when they won the Southern Conference. However, Craig then said that they were there for both games, and that meant a late night for his son. He was a little sleepy this morning on his way to school, Craig said. That was the deal. You can go, you can see them play, but you got to go to school. But I'm sure he'll be sleeping by lunch. That is when Al Roker threw his shade at Craig Melvin on the Today Show. Just like Dad, Al said about being asleep before lunch. Craig just laughed at the response and said, "Facts." Dylan even chimed in and said, "Like father, like son." Al Roker calls out Craig Melvin for off-air comments on the Today Show. Al Roker also called out Craig Melvin last week on the Today Show concerning the NCAA March Madness tournament. Craig seemed to have no faith in his Wofford having a chance in the tournament. Wofford entered the tournament as a 15th seed, the lowest is 16th. They played Tennessee, a 2nd seed. It was a tough matchup, but Melvin wasn't happy to hear Al making their conversation public. "When we were off the air, you said they were probably going to lose," Al told his friend and co-host. This caused Craig to call out Al for revealing his off-air prediction for his own school's team. Of course, Craig was correct, as Wofford lost to Tennessee, 77-62. It was nothing to be embarrassed by, though. Tennessee has made it to the Elite Eight, where they play number 1 seed Houston. What are your thoughts on Al Roker and Craig Melvin's fun back and forth when it comes to their work on the Today Show? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. On March 28, 2025, the Today Show's third hour became a lively stage for Al Roker and Craig Melvin's signature camaraderie, as they dished about the NCAA March Madness tournament with co-host Dylan Dreyer. The conversation, centered on the electrifying 2025 tournament, took a humorous turn when Roker poked fun at Melvin's late-night game attendance with his family, likening Melvin's son Delano's sleepiness to his father's own tendencies. Just a week earlier, on March 21, Roker had also teased Melvin for an off-air comment doubting his alma mater, Wofford College's chances against Tennessee, a prediction that proved correct when the 15th-seeded Terriers fell 77-62. These playful exchanges, filled with laughter and shade, showcased the duo's chemistry, a hallmark of the Today Show's appeal. As March Madness gripped the nation, culminating in Florida's 65-63 championship win over Houston on April 7, Roker and Melvin's banter resonated with fans, sparking social media buzz. This 3,000-word article dives into their on-air antics, the tournament's context, Melvin's Wofford pride, and the cultural significance of their dynamic, offering a courtside view of a beloved morning show moment. Al Roker, 70, and Craig Melvin, 45, are pillars of the Today Show, bringing humor, warmth, and professionalism to NBC's morning staple. Roker, the Emmy-winning meteorologist since 1996, is a national treasure, known for his infectious laugh, cookbooks like Al Roker's Recipes to Live By 2024, and Olympic coverage. His 2025 highlights include a Paris family trip for his daughter Lila's engagement and a Southern Living column debut. Melvin, promoted to co-anchor in January 2025 following Hoda Kotb's exit, has anchored the third hour since 2018 alongside Roker, Dylan Dreyer, and Shinelle Jones. A South Carolina native, Melvin's journalism career spans MSNBC and NBC News, earning him 2 Emmys. His 2024 children's book, I'm Proud of You, reflects his fatherhood to Delano, 11, and Sybil, 8, with wife Lindsay Charniak. Their chemistry, honed over years, thrives on playful ribbing. From Roker's June 2025 prank, making Melvin jump during a How to Train Your Dragon segment, to their July 2024 Paris Olympics carpool karaoke to Bill Withers' Lovely Day, their banter is a fan favorite.